Hi, everybody. It's Linda. It's Tuesday, November the 5th, and I wanted to talk to you about a wave that I felt come through on Saturday. So, if you're new to my channel or if you're just returning, welcome and welcome back. You guys, I know I've been spreading my creative wings a little bit, so thank you for your patience while I get creative doing other fun things that I want to do with my content, but I'll never stop coming on here and giving you guys my spiritual downloads and my spiritual messages as I need to share. And this is one of those moments because Saturday, there was a wave that washed across the planet. It was huge and it was deep and it was rich. It was abundant with water energy. And I say this because the only thing I can liken it to is if you have visuals of a tidal wave coming through, when you feel a wave, how you go up and then it comes down, this one never came down. It kind of washed across and left everybody with a new layer on top of them. And that's how I experienced it. But I know that this new layer didn't just go anywhere. It just ramped everything up. It brought everybody up. It's like the rising tide that lifts all ships. This was a wave like that. I haven't felt a wave like this yet. The sensation was as if you were underwater, but not in a bad way. You can breathe underwater. So, energetic water or another dimensional water you can breathe under. Not water in this 3D body because we know you'll drown. But in this energetic water, I like to call healing light and the plasmic light from the galactic core, galactic sun. I like to call it liquid light. And I've been doing that for years because that's how I perceived it. When I first saw it and I first saw the energy around my own body, it moved with my breath. And it also, I refer to it as liquid light because that's what it looked like. And ever since then, when I hear and see people describing it like water, like liquid light, it resonates with me because that's how I experience it. So when these waves came through, when this wave came through, it was like it blanketed everything and just lifted everything up. And so the best way to describe it is I was out back, sitting outside, and I was waiting for the downside or waiting for the wave to sort of crest and then go back down, and it didn't. So it felt like I was underwater, but energetically underwater. So it was like, but it was like a tide that kept pushing and pushing and pushing, as if it was a wave that came in and it kept going and 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 going, and it never went down. So it was like, I wish I could show you a visual of what I'm thinking of, but it just kept going and it was amazing. So I'm actually going through a clearing from this wave. It started on Saturday, funny enough, and I need it. I needed to release some of these things. So everyone's probably going through clearings and healings and whatnot. If you're dealing with water trauma, by the way, you're being asked to take a look at the water trauma. Take a look at the reasons why. Through no fault of your own, some trauma that happened, and you're just being asked to deal with that now. Because these waves that are coming in do feel like liquid. So you could get triggered when these waves come in. You could be among some of those that have anger issues to deal with. And that's okay, as long as you're dealing with them. So I'm going to start with a suggestion to work on your own personal space and what's directly within your own control. And that could be just, let's start with your bedroom or wherever you sleep. Your immediate surrounding area. Is it a mess? Do you have clutter, clothes, things laying around? Start with that. And if you spend the time to clean up that area, sit down in your space appreciate what you did, value that you have a sacred, clean, orderly area, and let yourself sit there and be proud of an accomplishment. Make your bed, clean up your clothes, things like that. And then allow yourself to fully immerse yourself in that area. And when you do, you probably are going to have things come up that maybe you've been avoiding dealing with. And that's okay, because when you give yourself the time to be with yourself and not on your cell phone or not on your laptop or not just going to sleep or not watching any shows or programs on TV, but when you just allow yourself to be with yourself, you'll find the things that are coming up from the inside that really are asking for your healing, asking for your gratitude and your release. Because every single lesson that you have, the good, the bad, the ugly, doesn't matter. Every experience is a teacher if you'll allow it to be. And so in order for things to be released, if you can sit there and say, thank you for being my teacher. Thank you for the experience that you provided me. Even if it's the worst thing in the world that happened to you, if you can be grateful for that experience, you can release it. And that's a healing process. That's part of a healing, releasing, purging that's going on. But if you don't want to deal with it and you tuck it back down, it's still there. It's going to keep coming up. It's going to keep coming up, and probably more often over the next, few months to the next year. These intensities of energies are not going to stop. We're going to get a whole new slew starting in February, somewhere around the 20th. And they're not going to stop. They're just going to keep getting more intense. And so these integration periods are times where it's time to release that kind of stuff. You don't have to do anything. It's just going to get a lot more uncomfortable to deal with stuff that you haven't released yet. So when I'm suggesting starting with your immediate surrounding area, it's because that will help trigger things within yourself. As within, so without. So if your area is messy or cluttered, or you're not taking care of your space, it's because you're avoiding looking at something within yourself. Now, I'm not talking to those people out there that are, say, paying somebody to clean their stuff. I mean, I kind of am, because if you're not taking care of your own stuff and you're paying somebody else to do it, maybe you're avoiding dealing with your own stuff anyway, but maybe not. Only you know the answer to that. So really who I'm talking to is people that are just habitually late, habitually messy, habitually hoarding things, habitually sloppy, or just have a lot of clutter, or just can't seem to get their life under control. They're the people I'm talking to. It's going to get more intense. So as within, so without. Okay? So it's the best time now. This is the time we've just entered, starting from yesterday. These things have calmed down. And if you're feeling tired or sick, or maybe you have a renewed, wonderful feeling right now because you're integrating everything and you're doing great now, keep it up. Keep going. Drink lots of water. Take care of yourself. But spend time with yourself. Make sure that you are fulfilling your own needs. Don't look on the outside for that. Don't look on the outside for people to compliment you. Don't look on the outside for the validation that you need to say that you're doing a good job. Or don't look on the outside. You can ask for people's opinions if you want to help formulate and make a decision. But if you know in here what to do, don't look on the outside. Do what you know you need to do. Take care of your business. If you're in a position where you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of anybody else? Right? And that's what we're all about here. We're all about helping other people, and we really have to be smart about deciding whether or not we want to take it to the next level to help other people. And that's your service to others. But first you have to service to yourself. If you cannot put a roof over your own head, or you're having issues with feeding your own self or yourself and your children, if you're having issues with that, how can you be expected to go out and service to others and help humanity? You can't do it. You have to start with yourself. It all starts, every single person out there starts with yourself. So do what you can to start with yourself, and everyone will get there. It's all in divine timing. Everything is in divine timing. And again, I just want to reiterate that I'm not feeling so good today. So you see the raw me. You see like makeup, and you hear the voice, and a little stuffy and coughing. But this is just raw and real. This is how I am. I'm getting a new setup. I have like this thing that I can put a backdrop on, and some lighting stuff that I got, which I want to play around with, a green screen and things that could be really fun. You're getting to see all of it as growing and getting better with editing. Hopefully I can edit out some of my coughing and some of my coughing that's in here. And guys, if you want to check out something really funny that my daughter did on my last video, the bloopers at the end, if the wine and wine wasn't your thing and you didn't want to watch it, just go watch the bloopers because it's really funny. The music is perfect. And I'm going to work on how many times I say during a thing, because I'm not reading a teleprompter or anything like that. Although maybe the next channeled message that I get, maybe I will do that. But I notice how many times I say Oh well, you're still here, so that must say something. Anyway, I hope I provided enough value for you guys that you're getting something out of this. And I also, one of the things I want to work on, I'm gonna tell you guys instead of waiting to announce it over on Patreon. There it is again. I want to do an ASMR video. I'm sound sensitive, always have been. So some of the sounds that, like the lighting for the umbrella thing, or the little clicky noises and stuff that happen, they're so cool. Some of the sounds are so cool. So I want to try to make an ASMR video. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll do an ASMR video of me preparing to do one of my card readings for the Instagram. But I'll do like the whole setup part of it. And then I'll do the reading, and I'll whisper the reading. I don't know. We'll see. But that's just something on my plate. That's one of the next projects I want to work on. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for your encouragement, your support, and your love. I really, really, I feel you. And I thank you for being here. Take care. I'll see you next time.